In a previous video, I roasted my whole model airport. There are so many things that I think I can improve on it. Today, we're going to do exactly that. So let's get started. There is a terminal on my airport made for narrow body aircraft. And around the terminal, it's all quite empty. So today, we are going to build stuff around it. I started making a sketch of what I was going to build on paper. I then prepared all the materials like modeling rods, a Uniposca PC1M paint pen and some miniature trees that I bought off TEMU. Those I will link in the description. After I had prepared all the materials, I started painting the road on which vehicles could access the terminal and drop off and pick up passengers that are traveling to the airport. The dimensions of the road I measured using a truck, and the width of the road was about 1 centimeter. After measuring out where everything was going to be, I used the white Uniposca pen to draw all the lines. I created a one-way road with a second lane on which the vehicles can stop to drop off or pick up any passengers. The next step is to apply modeling grass in the areas around the road. Modeling grass is really easy to cut using a sharp knife because the underside of the modeling grass is just like paper. I then used a glue stick to apply the modeling grass to the airport. And I paid extra attention of putting enough glue on the corners and the sides since they can come loose very easily. I put some pressure on the grass and especially its corners to make sure it sticks nicely to the airport. After which I used this very sharp knife again to cut off the excess grass. These knives I have also got from TEMU for a very low price, and I will make sure to link them down below in the description as well so you can buy them yourself. Now the modeling grass is down and we can decorate the grass using some of the trees. I used a hand drill, which I also got from TEMU and will make sure to link in the description as well, to drill a hole in the plank of my airport which fits the tree exactly. Therefore I only need to push the tree in the hole and then it will keep standing upright. I placed the trees 5 centimeters apart from each other, which in the end looked like this. The grass is still kind of empty, so I will keep decorating it using some more stuff from TEMU. I got some very colorful plants from it, which I will also link in the description, which we are going to place in between the trees. The bottom of the plants is really easy to apply some glue to, and then you place the plant on the grass, make sure to apply some pressure to make sure it really sticks down well, and here you go. Now I repeated this a couple of more times and this is what it looked like in the end. A really colorful addition to the modeling grass and the trees. And now I think we can call this piece of modeling grass done. Then I placed some cars on the road. These are Harper Wings 1 to 500 scale cars. And I think it's really hard to get them now, so I will link a good priced alternative in the description of this video as well. Next I placed back the terminal to see how everything looks. I am really happy with it already. But there are some gray areas which still need to be filled, so let's do that. On one side there is this piece of grass which has an ILS box in it, and there is a road here that ends in the grass and it should be continued. Also I wanted to make this ILS box accessible from the road. So I cut away some grass to create a new road here. Some pieces were really easy to remove, but others had some glue stuck to it, so I had to use some force, and all of the remaining grass I removed using some sanding paper. Which doesn't look too good now, but trust me, when I add the road it will look great. Next it is time to paint the road. I am using a special kind of paint called gravel paint, which I have already applied to the other side of the ILS road. And after applying both the paint and creating the road, this is what it in the end looked like. I also added some more modeling grass around the access road for the terminal, and I put the ILS box poles upright again using some glue. Now this piece of modeling grass is still kind of empty, so I added some colorful flowers. It was really easy to do that using a pair of tweezers. I find that if you use your hands to place the flowers, they tend to fall apart really easily, so a pair of tweezers is really a must. And after this I want to add some detail to the road on the right, so I want to make a gate using skewers and a red and white paint pen and some glue. And then I painted the skewers in red and white. I then used a tiny bit of 3D printed material to put the skewer up in the air, and now I have created a barrier. Now this is definitely not enough to check on all the traffic passing through, so I added some more detail. I added some walls that I 3D printed. I added a small ILS box that I still had left somewhere. And I added a police vehicle which will check on all the vehicles entering or leaving the airport. I then moved to the other side of the terminal and I added a piece of modeling grass, a tree, some colorful flowers and a barrier again, which are the final details and completes this side of the terminal. Now we are done with this side of the terminal and we can move on to the side where the airplanes are on. Starting off, I created concrete tiles. I have shown this in earlier videos already, but I will briefly explain how you create them yourself. They are 2 by 2 centimeter tiles which I draw using a normal pencil and a ruler. And the graphite in the pencil can create the effect of rubber tire marks. Next I'm going to use a Uniposca fineliner paint pen to create taxiway outlines. I think the taxiway lines on my airport didn't look very neat yet, but after adding the outlines they looked a lot better. Now that the taxiway outlines are also present, there is only one more detail to add on the ground to finish this section of my airport. I went to my computer into a Word document and I typed some ground markings. I typed the aircraft type or the text that I want to make, and then I made the text yellow and the background black. Then I printed the document, cut everything out and glued it onto my airport. And with those final details added, that is it. This section of my airport is now completed and all the details have been added. I did my best to make some cool pictures of the airport once I had added some aircraft and ground service equipment. I hope you learned something from this video or gained inspiration for your own model airport. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I am more than happy to answer them for you. And if you have any suggestions of things that I could have added to my airport, please let me know. Now I would like to thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. Please consider to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.